What up, my people? It is I, your guide, the Filthy Guide with Filthy Topics, where we talk about trash, and one man's trash is another man's treasure. What I want to talk about tonight is excuses. Excuses. We have obstacles, and then we have excuses. There is a difference, okay? In life, there is always going to be something that makes something that we want to do not so simple, right? And there's a phrase that I've came up with, okay? And it goes, wanting without working is just wishing. Simple as that. Wanting without working is just wishing. Right? So now I've met a lot of people and I've been on this journey of health. And in the last year and a half, I've came down 40 pounds. And I've been meeting a lot of people. Right? A lot of people that when I meet them, they say, oh, I would love to do that, but, oh, I want to do this, but, oh, I wish I can do that, but, right? So, today I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to criticize anyone. What I want to do is create awareness within yourself, right? Of the people we have around us, okay? And the habits that we've created for ourselves as far as excuses, okay? Because there are excuses, and then there are obstacles, okay? So now when you want something, you have to work towards it, whether it's losing weight, whether it's a career, whether it's your Instagram blog, whether it's your podcast, whatever you want to name it, whatever you want to do, the whole point is, okay, there will be obstacles and then there will be excuses, right? So which one are you going to choose for yourself as a word, right? Are you going to choose the excuse or are you going to choose the obstacle? Now, let me give you the difference of what's the excuse. Okay, when you make an excuse, the excuse is, I can't do this because, right? And then because of that excuse, it's your reason to never do what you said you wanted to do. And every day that goes by, it just becomes a wish. It just becomes something so far-fetched that now you've also came into the habit of this excuse and you're also content with this excuse that you've given yourself. Okay? So we have to be alert when we're giving ourselves excuses. Okay? So that's the difference with an excuse, right? The excuse is you give yourself a reason not to do something. Okay? Or why you cannot do something. Now, there's obstacles. The difference between obstacles and excuses are when there's an obstacle, okay, you can figure out a solution to overcome that obstacle, to go around it, go through it, go over it, whichever way, okay, that you need to sacrifice to pass that hurdle is what you must do. Excuse me. Now, the difference between the obstacle and the excuse is the obstacle, you can figure out a solution, okay? A solution to overcome this obstacle or this hurdle in the way or however you want to word it. So that's the difference between excuses and obstacles. Okay? Give me 1 second. Right. So That is the difference between obstacles and excuses. We can have an excuse, okay, and we can be content with that excuse, which makes us content never to push forward for the goal that we're looking to accomplish. You feel me? So now when we have an obstacle, guess what? We can have a solution, because an excuse, you're just giving yourself an excuse. And I've realized that the 90% of people that I talk to, maybe 95%, always have an excuse. Always have an excuse for something. For something. There's not, okay, they'll give you an excuse and they'll be like, oh, but I did this because, and then bam, it ends right there. And that's why I cannot do this. There's never, okay, well, this is in the way, but I feel maybe if I can do this, maybe if I can do that, maybe if I can do this or that, maybe I can get around it, and or whatever the case is, right? So 95% of the people that I've met are full of excuses of why they can't. Then the other 5% are people that take these excuses and view them as obstacles and figure out solutions to these obstacles. Okay? So we have to be aware of the patterns that we create for ourselves. And also we have to be aware about the people that we have around us. Okay? Because those people with excuses, guess what? Bad habits roll over. You know what I'm saying? Bad habits roll over. And if that person is content with making excuses, guess what? You might just as well become content with making excuses. So you have to be aware of the people you're around. Okay? If you have to be aware, even your close friends that you grew up with. Sometimes you have to push forward and deal with other people. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Because these people that are around you, some of them are just stagnant and stuck in the same place, and they always have an excuse of why they can't. So it sucks, but there comes a time where you have to be aware of these type of people, and you have to distance yourself from these type of people. Sometimes you are that person. Okay? So that's why I say you have to be aware of your patterns. Okay? Because you just may be the person full of excuses. And 95% of the people that I meet are full of excuses. So be aware of those patterns and be aware who you have around you. Okay? Because you know what? I'll give you an example. And it's not to talk about myself, but I've been losing this weight. I've been consistent on what I'm doing. I've been disciplined, okay, because that is very important to be disciplined. And you know what? There are people who has followed my suit and have been inspired by my discipline and by my continuous dedication. And guess what? Now those people have began their journey, right? So by those people being around me, right, they have been motivated to do their journey. The same way when I'm around people that I see that are motivated to do exercise, and every day they wake up, even if they don't want to do it, they push themselves to do a push-up, they push themselves to run, they push themselves. When I see those people, guess what? They inspire me. Right? So when I see those people without excuses, and I see those people making it happen every day with no excuses, and I'm talking no excuses. We're talking mothers with 3 and 4 kids who works 2 jobs, who comes home, deals with the kids all day, whatever they got to deal with. But guess what? They wake up an hour extra early so they could get their workout in. They put the kids to sleep late. They stay, or whatever happens, they finish their duties. They stay up a whole hour extra just to be dedicated to their goal or what they're doing for themselves. You know, so they'll give themselves that sacrifice of that extra hour, and they push themselves and they motivate themselves, right? And every obstacle that comes in the way, guess what? They're not giving an excuse. They're figuring out a solution. Right? So who you have around you is very important. You see, because those people that I see that are not stagnant, that are just not sitting around, guess what? They motivate me to get off my ass and to continue on my journey, whatever that may be. Okay? Because everyone has demons. Everyone goes through dark spots. Everyone goes through a part or a time in their life where they feel some type of depression or some loneliness, or everyone has that. Everyone, no one is exempt from fighting these demons. Okay? So let's also learn not to use these demons as an excuse. Let's fight these demons and move forward. Okay, let's always look for a solution, because there's always a solution. All right, the problem is not the problem, but how you handle the problem. Got me? So my people, I just wanted to touch on the topic of excuses, obstacles, and solutions. Okay, because where there's a will, there's a way. And no matter how cliche it may sound, it is the truth. It is the truth. A year and a half ago, I was 240 pounds with a double neck, a double chin, with a double chin and saggy pouches on my back. And guess what? They're gone through hard work and dedication. I'm not 100% where I want to be. Now I'm going to start the strength conditioning and the toning and things like that. I've did a lot of the cardio. I've sweated off a bunch of the pounds. So now it just takes the next step and the next level. So, I have a lot of things going on in life. Now, are we going to have excuses, or are we going to have obstacles with solutions? Even myself, I catch myself sometimes. And now that I am aware of this pattern of excuses, guess what? Now I'm going to work as hard as I can to break that pattern and to push myself forward every day on anything and everything. Right? So that is what I wanted to touch on with you guys tonight. Okay? No more excuses. No more excuses. Let's grind. Let's not stop. Let's wake up. Let's go to sleep. If we're blessed to wake up again, let's do it all again. It's another chance to make our wishes and dreams come true. Let's not sit back and slack. And with that being said, it is I, your guy, the filthy animal with filthy topics, where we talk our trash, and one man's trash is another man's treasure. Peace.